Hey, Gregory, everybody wants to know
Gregory.
about you and your Star Wars stuff. I told them about it. They
Well,
want to know.
Star Wars is just like an old-fashioned film now in
They want
comparison to all the
to
newer films.
they want to know that I told them that you were the inventor of some script or something. They don't believe me.
Gregory, I
Okay,
missed
well,
you.
the terms Skywalker, C-3PO, the Death Star were invented by me.
And then I told everybody that you talked to birds, but they didn't believe me either.
Johnny Skywalker or Luke Skywalker is an expression. It's a symbol that came from a black and white photograph that was later used for Terminator.
Wait, you said, hi, Gregory, first of all.
Hi, Ronnie.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Cool. You just came up with the names for those?
No, I did not come up with the names. They were invented off of a series of images. See, I was a contributor to about 3 of the symbols of Star Wars, but they were based on photographs, and then they drafted off the photographs in many different ways. And one of them was including a couple of names. Luke Skywalker was one of them. Skywalker, it comes from the same photograph that was used to make C-3PO and also later on Terminator. But I don't have a picture. I don't have a copy of the picture. It's like behind closed doors by now.
Gregory,
But that picture that was used for those 2 symbols, including the name brand of Luke Skywalker, it's basically, imagine this. It's a very, very high contrast black and white picture of very high contrast clouds that came from Maui, Hawaii, when I was in Maui, Hawaii, and they were taken in black and white with a red filter. And basically, what the red filter does, it makes the contrast, makes like blue turn to black on black and white film. So it makes very high contrast, very highlighted dynamic style clouds in the background. And then what I did is that what made the photograph famous is that I superimposed a track trophy, and it was a chromium body, but it was recreated and superimposed into the clouds, and he's stepping over a mountain. And so it's called Skywalker. He's walking over the mountains into the clouds. That's where that symbol came from.
Wow.
That story was gay.
It's a black and white photograph. And then the same version in the more exacting format of that same picture was used to make Terminator, which is that chromium indestructible body.
Wow.
But the chromium body, it was originally
didn't happen.
It was originally created for Star Wars, and if you'll notice, if you want to watch something interesting, I'll give you a little pointer. Star Wars in the first 2 minutes of Star Wars. Your first introduction to C-3PO was a chromium version of his body, not the golden one. And then the chromium one stepped into an elevator, and then the golden one stepped in, and he took over the symbol of C-3PO.
Oh, wow.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
And he used his.
I know who he is.
He used his fame in film in order to become governor.
No, I understand that. I just didn't know if you were on the phone with him. He does smoke weed a lot, so I didn't know if you went and smoked a doobie with him.
He's conservative.
Hey,
actually, yes, he does. I've seen videos of him smoking weed. Plenty of times. There's lots of videos. He does, and it's documented.
Yeah, Garfield.
Excuse me, Gregory. No, first of all, who was doing that shit, man?
That's Sean.
Why was he doing shit like that, man?
He said he dropped the
No,
mic.
he said he dropped his microphone.
He dropped the mic and he had it by the fan that was blowing on his butt.
Yeah, but that was like somebody playing a program or something, man. That was.
Arnold Schwarzenegger reinvests all of his film money in the continuation of Terminator. There's many different Terminator films coming out now, and he's still the main actor.
Hey,
Really?
Arnold Schwarzenegger doesn't inhale.
Well, Gregory doesn't smoke, so.
Hey, Gregory, you still living in your gated community?
No, I live in a senior community. It's called Rossmore, and this is a gated community, but this is very conservative here where I live.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, I can't complain since I make $4,000 take home a month, and I have 3 cars.
Hey, Gregory,
own.
what was the name of the guy that before he turned chromium to gold? Was it R2D2 or who was the one?
The original photograph was a photograph that I made in high school, and it won national honors in Scholastic Magazine in photography, and was
What was it?
okay.
R2? I know. Was it R2D2 or which was the character? I'm sorry.
No, it was the photograph is what responsible for making
What was the
name.
character that turned from
It was
chromium to gold?
it was responsible for making the
Skywalker.
name brand of Luke Skywalker. Okay, it's like a Skywalker symbol, and then it was used to make C-3PO, which he started out as a
C-3PO.
chromium.
That's what I know. Right.
Yeah, C-3PO began as if you take the film out and watch it, you're right at the very beginning, the first 2.5 minutes, you'll notice that when you're first introduced to C-3PO, he's a chromium version of C-3PO, and then he steps into an elevator and he's replaced by a golden one.
Oh, that's so interesting.
But you did what part to that? Just so I understand correctly.
I made the chromium version, but that was based on a black and white photograph. So they recreated, instead of doing a caricature in the storyboard, they transferred the image from a black and white photograph. That was famous.
Okay.
That's
All right.
interesting. I was just curious
Hey, Rob,
why you want to be anonymous.
Battle bots or something? Battle vehicles?
Yeah, that was back in the day. It's over now.
What do you mean?
BattleBots. They don't do BattleBots anymore.
Yeah.
Ratings sucked.
Play with my bot. What do you mean by that?
It's a comic book, video, DVD probably now. It was a entire anime.
You are one sick puppy.
Oh, jeez. I like my comic books.
You like your comic books?
Comic book?
What do you mean
Yeah.
your comic books?
Oh,
I have to ask one question to Gregory.
I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about something.
Gregory? Gregory.
Yes, Philip.
Have any mockingbirds there?
No, I don't have any mocking. I just have Zelda and her family, and that's basically it.
Yeah, you do. You've got friends. We're just teasing you sometimes. That's all.
My responsibility, since you, Anonymous, since you last spoke to me, my friend, he's had some challenges. All of these illnesses that we recently faced have reversed, and he had swelling in his right leg and his good leg, and it all went back to normal again by about a week ago.
Excellent.
Oh, very good.
Good news.
Hey, Rob.
Yeah.
Rob,
Yeah.
can you send me that link again?
Dude, no, I'm not. You know, I've sent it to you in your fucking chat twice. I'm sorry to be rude, but when it comes to shit like this, I get pissed. I've sent it to you twice, man.
Oh my
Why can't you
God.
scroll up and read the motherfucker?
Rob, I re-edited that picture of the crown. Do you want it back of the improved?
No, I don't need it, man. I don't believe shit like. I mean, you could be honest, right? But I sent a letter through my agent to George Lucas's ILM, and if he comes back and responds with yes, then I'll believe you. If he doesn't, then I won't.
He's anonymous, though.
No, George Lucas already knows who I am, but I did not.
If he knows who you are, then you're all good. I'll be honest. I totally sent a letter to my agent, and he will contact ILM.
But I'm an anonymous person. He doesn't have the legal jurisdiction to explain to people in public who I am or on.
Does he know you as anonymous?
Of course he does.
So,
but I don't work for George Lucas. I originally worked for the author of Star Wars, the person that wrote the 3 paperback books. But George Lucas was the person that got the contract to do the film.
I just think you have to be
ran out
careful
of
what
money.
shit you say to people, you know, because if you
I mean,
can't back
he
it up, even
actually
if
ran out of
true,
money, and the film
it's
almost
not
went
worth
bankrupt.
saying.
But the film was transferred over to England in order for it to be finished because they ran out of money.
That's all. I mean, this is a digital age, man. You never know who you're talking to. I'm not saying I'm anybody special, but I have an agent, and they can they can do shit.
Well, yeah, but Rob, what you have to understand is that I'm anonymous. You cannot be, disclosing this information. This is behind closed doors. You don't be disclosing these things.
All I said, all my letter said to my agent was, this gentleman Gregory Duke Randolph claims to have worked with George Lucas in the presentation of CP3O and the chromium black and white version when he was in high school years ago. Can you find any information about this?
Yeah,
that's all I sent to him.
He does know about that, but that took place inside of an office when various decisions.